Hey guys, my name is Miska and welcome to Overwatch Central. So I kinda wanted to make this quick video to inform you guys of some news that haven't actually gotten as much traction as some other stuff recently. But it definitely is just as related to that first news. What I'm talking about is of course the recent hero speculation around Effie, the Spider sort of tank Ancora, and some other ideas that a lot of people have had. I want to begin with Jeff Kaplan's quick statement about the Spider tank situation and the early concept art that a lot of us pointed out might be the sort of initial idea, at least, for the quadruped mecha hero. Jeff Kaplan was speaking at DICE, a summit with talks from game developers discussing their games, how they develop them, basically discussing game theory, and the theme this time around was world building, I believe. So Jeff Kaplan was there, and pretty early on into his talk he actually showed an old concept art image that was the sort of early idea for Overwatch, which was the one that we've showed in previous videos yesterday, along with many other YouTubers. You've seen it on Reddit, on Twitter, and so on. And he did say with this image up on screen that the Overwatch subreddit should actually know that the hero in the center of the image is not who you think it is. So Hero 24 is not who we think it is initially, so it's not Doomfist, and it's not this spider looking hero either. Therefore sort of debunking that theory around that particular art piece at least. But I'm not sure if he's just saying this so we don't expect a hero that looks kind of exactly like that, or at least very similar to it. Because if you look at this hero and compare it to the hero in this very old concept art, and a lot of people did this yesterday on Reddit as well, you can sort of see that it's clearly the same hero. There are a lot of similar features that you can see in both images, but the main thing I'd like to point out about this is that this hero doesn't really look like anything that would be in Overwatch right now anyway. The art style has changed quite a lot since these early concepts, and even some of the heroes that are in these pieces don't look anything like they do nowadays. So it might just be that this quadruped mecha is just very different looking compared to this one, and Jeff Kaplan doesn't want us to expect something that has more similar features to this, but hey, who knows. Point is that this image in itself and the theory of this hero in the middle being the next hero is completely debunked. Alright, so that was the main piece. Next up we have something about PAX East. So a lot of people have been assuming that Blizzard are going to PAX East, including ourselves. There have even been some talks of Blizzard going to PAX East, just not being confirmed for the schedule since they won't have a stage show. But all of that was denied yesterday when someone asked Blizzard's @PlayOverwatch Twitter page if they were going to PAX East, to which they responded, no, we're not. Now this is pretty big, as it's actually the first year in many years that Blizzard are not attending PAX East. They were there in 2016, 2015, 2014, I think 2013 as well, so I actually don't know the last time they didn't attend the convention. So kind of an interesting move, but I'm actually not sure if this just means that Overwatch won't be there or Blizzard won't be there. Either way, Overwatch has been there as well the latest 2 years, so this is kind of big news actually. We have seen Blizzard announce heroes by themselves though, just, you know, looking at Ana for example, that was sort of announced out of nowhere, teased a few days before, and then the week after we got a bunch of trailers and she was playable on the PTR later that evening. So we could still see something similar to that happening, but yeah, PAX East is not a thing for Overwatch. And the final piece of news has to do with Effie. So Effie is a character that, you know, we saw in the latest blog post, and a lot of people started speculating that this would be a new sort of summoner hero or something like that. So Polygon actually asked Jeff Kaplan after his talk at DICE if Effie was the upcoming hero or something along those lines. They weren't quite clear with what the question was. But basically what they ended up publishing was initially that Effie is confirmed for the next Overwatch hero or something like that. Now that is actually incorrect, because after publication, Jeff Kaplan clarified his comment about the game's new hero. Effie will play a part of the next hero's playable character's story, he told us, but said that the character has not been confirmed. So Jeff even commenting further on this kind of seems to me that he doesn't want anyone to think that Effie will be the next hero, meaning that she will probably not be the next hero. So that basically debunks all of the theories about Effie playing any sort of part in the next hero's gameplay, but she does seem to be playing part of the next hero's story, which I guess a lot of us already assumed, but it's a little bit more closer to confirmed now at least. Alright, those were the main 3 pieces of news that I wanted to cover in this video, just to inform you guys so we don't leave out the whole, you know, debunking part of this, because we don't want to be the people that just inform you of the news, and then whenever something's debunked, denied, or whatever, we just don't report on it. So yeah, this video is really just here to not spread around misinformation. We're actually a little bit disappointed in that Blizzard are at least not going to PAX East, but yeah, now you know what's going on. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Comment down below if you have any other theories or ideas about what this stuff that Jeff Kaplan has recently said could mean, if you think that Ancora, the quadruped mecha, is still up next, just not the version that we saw in that first image, and don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. Alright, that's been it for me, thanks again for watching, subscribe for more Overwatch content, until next time, take care, and we'll see you then.